Okay, week 8. This week is very important. If I win this week, then I will have secured my spot for playoffs. If I don't win this week, then it's a toss. So, my guys got a pretty heavy Trick Room team. Got Heracross, Gyarados, Altaria, Klefki, Toxicroak, Tinkaton, Camerupt, Jolteon, Trevenant, Rhiannon. So it was a little tough trying to figure out how to deal with this because he has 3 separate Pokemon that can set Trick Room in Klefki, Trevenant, and Rhiannon. And he has 2 Pokemon with Fake Out. He has a Pokemon with Tailwind and Altaria. And he has 4 different Megas. He can Mega Altaria, Mega Gyarados, Mega Heracross, Mega Camerupt. So he's got a lot of different things at his disposal that he can work with. So trying to figure out a way around all of this was tricky, but I think I've come up with something pretty decent. Okay. So, we're going to bring Pidgeot this week, but we're not going to run it as its Mega, because there's kind of no point in doing it. So, Pidgeot is going to be ran as entirely a support Pokemon, pretty much, outside of a dual wing beat just to deal damage if I needed. And it deals very good damage to the Heracross anyways. So, Pidgeot is going to have Tailwind to counter the opposing Pokemon's Tailwind, because I don't really need Tailwind unless Altaria comes in with Tailwind. So I'm going to need Tailwind for that. I have Feather Dance to deal with all of the physical attackers. Pretty much nothing can do any damage if I put a Feather Dance on it. And then Whirlwind is just so that I can get rid of the Trick Room Pokemon. Because there was no way I could prep for being able to one-shot all 3 of his Trick Room Pokemon and deal with the problematic fake outs. So instead, we're going to Whirlwind, and we're going... So the plan is to lead Pidgeot plus Typhlosion. And this is going to be a Typhlosion with no Focus Sash, and I could have ran Focus Sash. However, Fake Out would negate the Focus Sash, and I want as much firepower as possible on this guy. So he's running triple fire moves and protect. And his whole point is we're gonna lead Pidgeot and Typhlosion, and based off what they lead, if they lead Altaria, then I'm going to click Tailwind. I have to. Or I could, yeah, I kind of have to click Tailwind because they could click. Or if they lead Klefki or Trevenant, then I'm whirlwinding the Klefki or Trevenant. I guess Rhiannon, I'm doing that too. I'm whirlwinding the Trick Room Pokemon, and I'm hitting Heat Wave or Eruption based off of whatever their second slot is. And this setup makes it so that, like, if they try to fake out the Typhlosion and set up Trick Room, it doesn't matter, because then they won't be able to set up Trick Room, and Typhlosion will just kind of suicide lead at that point, anyways. And it should work out pretty well. Both his fake out Pokemon are essentially weak to Typhlosion, given that the Toxicroak could could be running Dry Skin, and that would make it weak to Typhlosion. And Typhlosion's like my worst Pokemon on my team, so maybe they wouldn't think I'd be running Typhlosion. And then Tinkaton's weak to Typhlosion. He's got a good chunk of Pokemon that are just weak to Typhlosion. So Charcoal in particular is going to make it so that I will one-shot a max HP, max special defense Klefki. I'd run Fire Blast over Flamethrower, but I figured that was unnecessary for Typhlosion. Okay, so then we're going to have Primarina. Primarina is going to be pretty generic this week. I didn't dig in too much into calcs for everything here. I know that this Primarina will live a Heracross Bullet Seed. I honestly didn't even check to see if it still gets Bullet Seed. I'm pretty certain it does, though. But with Reflect up, with Reflect or a Feather Dance, I will live a Bullet Seed with the Citrus Berry. Then Moonblast Hyper Voice Protect is generic. Diggersby is coming again. This is outspeeding his Jolteon by 1 point. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about this. I'm running Body Slam on this week. Mostly because my other options for move great. Like I have Ice Punch for a lot of stuff and I have Wild Charge for the Gyarados. Like I was considering running Gunshot just for Mega Urtaria, but I decided that that really wasn't worth it. I have Ice Punch already, and I felt like that was sufficient. There's no point in running Foul Play. All the Pokemon that are weak to, well, Trevenant would actually take some damage from Foul Play, but there's no point in running that. I could just use Ice Punch and do just about as much damage. No point. I've got Wild Charge. Like I don't need a Rock move, which is what I've been running a lot of. Yeah, there's just no reason to really run anything else. Like I could maybe ran Bounce, but I didn't like that. I'd rather just take Body Slam, guaranteed damage. Bounce is tempting. Now that I think of, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Bounce would replace the Body Slam because Body Slam doesn't really get clicked too much anyways. Maybe it'll replace the Body Slam. We'll see. Okay. Scizor is a generic Scizor set. It's just bulky attacker. That's really all it is. It can't really survive Camerupt, obviously. And it's not meant to. It's just meant to deal with all of his other stuff. This thing tanks everything but Mega Camerupt extremely well. Especially if I have screen support for it. So this thing will be very strong. Dual Wing Beat is here just to hit all those Pokemon that are weak to flying moves. Yeah. Then we have Dragapult. Dragapult this week is going to be a special attacker. I'm not running my dual screens physical attacking Dragapult this week. This is going to be a Light Screen, Hydro Pump, Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, Lumberry, max HP, max special attack, Dragapult. I don't need any speed investment to outspeed everything except for the Jolteon, and honestly, I don't care if Jolteon attacks Dragapult. The Lumberry is to deal with opposing T-Waves. I mean, he's probably going to think about Will-O-Wisping this, but not going to do anything. And then Hydro Pump is for the Camerupt. Fire Blast is for all those pesky steel types. Fire Blast is for the same reason Typhlosion's here, pretty much. And Shadow Ball is just so I have a good little stab move Pokemon that are weak to them. He's got a lot of Pokemon that are weak to these variation of moves. So I'm pretty happy with the Dragapult. It's obviously significantly weaker than some of my other Pokemon. Like this Dragapult has as much special attack as my Primarina, and Primarina has no special attack investment, so that kind of shows how weak this thing is, especially. But um, but there's no point in running a physical Dragapult, and I need the coverage. Also, the nice little thing is I get to run Infiltrator. Uh, so if he tries to set up screens, just doesn't care. In general, if he tries to set up screens with Klefki, there is some problematic things that could happen. However, I do know that my Scissor, for the most part, will still two-shot anything. Same for most of my Pokemon. Typhlosion can still put in a ton of damage. Like, I'm not really scared. So, yeah, hopefully this goes well. Okay. Okay, so no Jolteon. Did bring a couple different things that are annoying. However, we are pretty safe to go with our original. Pretty sure. Okay, this should work out very well. Like, the only problem that I can see coming up is if he leads, like, left key dose, and he goes for, like, a T-Wave. That's, like, the only problematic thing I could see happening. I remember correctly, I do outspeed this Gyarados. So, on Gyarados. Okay. We're gonna protect. We're gonna go for Feather Dance. On use Fake Out into the Typhlosion. Dragon Dance. We are perfectly fine with. Yeah, I like this play. I'm pretty sure Gyarados can kill us right now. Tank that very well. And he is max speed Tinkaton. Good to know. I'm gonna Feather Dance the... I think he wants to swap out Tinkaton. What could he have in the back? Probably wait. I don't know. Okay, there goes the Tinkaton. Hammer up. Should have put Flash Fire on my type. I think I'm gonna do this. I like this play. Oh, he went for Ancient. Where's his item? I'm confused. Okay. Yeah, and we go for a Protect. Goes for a Fake Out. Oh. Tank that. Oh, I tanked that so good. My Tailwind's gone, but I really don't care. We are going to Flamethrower and Hydro Pump. Look at Light Screen. Withdrew Tinkaton. Hey, I can take Gyarados. I think this one shot's out. Oh yeah. Not. Okay. Don't care about that. Okay, I don't want to reveal I've got Fire Blast on Dragapult, so I'm just gonna keep using moves I've already shown. Okay, that was pretty good. So the question is he gonna like try to hard commit to this again? I think he would. I think I just do the same lead. I have to bring Sizzle. And Dragapult's gonna outspeed everything. So I think I'll just bring the same 4. It's been the going rate with all these matches. The 4 that I bring are just kind of the best 4. Diggersby could have value against the Gyarados. I think I actually... no, I do. I outspeed by just a couple points. Okay, so I started this... Light screen is not gonna help you here, buddy. Okay, yeah, and he was going for the Trick Room. There's the Gyarados. Okay. I live that. We don't want to fight this camera up just yet, I think. I'm gonna whirlwind it back. can dance, which is fine. We'll outspeed my Typhlosion now. I'll be honest, I forgot Trout was on the back. Heat Wave, don't miss Heat Wave. There we go. And at this point, could probably sack the Typhlosion. We're gonna nerf the Gyarados. And I guess I could just Heat Wave. No reason not. I can dance, which is fine. Might live that. Never mind. That was full HP. Oh, they had light screen time too. I forgot about that. Okay, then I'll just send in my Dragapult. That's fine. Gyarados doesn't do any damage right now. Nice thing. That shouldn't. Yep. Yep. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I've got Lumberry. Thank god. And then I miss a Hydro Pump. Oh, that sucks, man. Like, that really sucks. Because I think I just lose now. Zor can't beat this. Really sucked. Like that really sucked. I went on the spot. Dice fangling. Yeah, that feels really bad. Like, I just win if that doesn't happen. Really frustrating. So, now he's seeing my anti-trick room. So, do we think he actually does anything in response to that? Wish I had T-Bolt. Shadow Ball right now. Just frustrating. That's really frustrating. Okay, this is a really good position tonight. See now? This is really good. I have no reason to do anything but this play. Yep, faked out into that. Gonna feather dance you. Completely fine. Completely fine. Big damage. I'm just gonna Feather Dance that again, and I'm just going to Eruption again. I'm just gonna keep doing this. That's fine, Tinkaton's just dead here. Hey. Ice Fang. Completely fine. Earth Power, completely fine. That's fine. Your team is so weak now that it's in a winning position. I think I was gonna pretty much win this no matter what. I mean, he did a lot of switching around that was quite unnecessary. But, yeah. I'll just reveal this just to reveal it. Okay, that is a good win.